people, welcome back
This
to
ain't our
another
layout. This ain't our
G.
layout.
What do you mean?
Emmy in
Oh,
the
it's not.
boxes where it says
Oh,
Flexi
yeah.
KG.
Oh, do you know what? We're doing it different, man. Don't worry about that.
All right.
We're
I'm
changing it.
cool with it.
Yeah, we're going
I'm cool
full.
with it.
Yeah, because we can have the old team, but we don't want the old team.
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah. No,
nah,
no,
nah, nah,
bring it
nah,
back.
nah,
Bring it back.
nah.
Bring it back. Bring it back. I like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're on that one. All right, we'll go with that one.
yeah,
We'll go with
man.
that
Because
one.
this is us,
We're
innit?
going to
This is the
change it. We're
flexing.
going to change it. That's true,
But it's still
actually.
the
Yeah,
flexing
that's true.
KG show still.
It
So
is. It's true. And
yeah,
actually, Josh would
yeah,
get angry because the till it's changed. He would like, don't change it till it's changed.
yeah. This is not what I
Welcome back
wanted,
to the
guys.
Flex. Yeah. 2 meters to the left. I can see it's not in 8K. Josh, don't worry about Josh, mate. He sees everything. Welcome back to the Flexi KG show. The first time in a long time.
In a long time,
KG, what are you telling the people, man?
bro.
How are you, bro?
I'm back on the mains, bro. Well, you
Yeah.
know, I'm in my what they say. I'm in my Luke Shaw arc. Hopefully, I'm gonna stay fit this season. Yep. I'm in my Luke Shaw arc. But yeah, feeling, you know, very grateful. Just health is healthing right now, which is good. So
Well done,
I'm
bro.
blessed. Big up all the well wishes and stuff. Yeah, man. Man's on a lovely road to recovery. It's gonna take some time, but I'm good. So yeah.
That's it. And you know, you got the support of everyone, all of the communities, the delegates, everyone here at UV, the cross-border,
man.
Everyone in the space, everyone, man, your friends, your family.
So
like,
I can feel it still, and big up, man. You've been checking in with me every day as well, so I appreciate you, bro.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
But let's bitch.
We're podding, bro.
Let's
We're
moan.
podding.
Let's do some.
Where do you want to start? What's going on? Because I haven't spoken to you in ages.
All right,
bro.
cool. What we need to do, is break this down. I want to go. I'm gonna make some notes. Pre-season.
I'm gonna write these down. All right,
I want to talk pre-season.
So you want to start?
I want to talk Ineos failure.
Oh, he's calling it.
Wait, hold on. Ineos failure, but then Ineos success. There's two.
Oh, okay.
There's. Are you with me? Ineos failure / Ineos success.
Cool. I want Rashi
Michael Carrick. Rashi, because I was right. I was right. Rashi. Yeah. I'm Michael Carrick. Those are the topics.
Well, what about
that cool?
Like left back, like Lewis Horner, left back, just
transfers. But I can be in the Ineos failure.
Just everywhere. All right, cool. All right.
Where do you want to start? You tell me where you want to start.
I want to start. I feel like preseason is not the right place to start. We'll get to that. I feel like Ineos failure / success, the transfer window, the amount of players we've bought versus what's still needed. You know, 3 to 4 weeks left of the window kind of vibe. What's going on? How we feeling? We've opted the strategy that we've taken. I haven't spoken to you about none of this. You know what I'm saying? Tactically, strategically astute. 35 million Tillemans. We like it. The Santos thing. I weren't on board at the start, but after I realized we weren't getting Ederson and we got Tillemans instead, made more sense to me. He's obviously done well in pre-season, so it's looking good, 50 million. But now we're in this stuck phase where reports are saying, we don't really know how to spend the rest of this piece. Might not get a third midfielder. We might get a third midfielder. Might get a left winger, etc., whilst everyone else is spending up the place. What are you saying on the transfer?
Brilliant.
Ineos failure / success.
Great setup. When you look at us getting Champions League football, you talk of the names that you expect to see at the club with Champions League. We got turned down by Liam Delap and Gyökeres because we just wasn't attractive as a non-Champions League playing side, 1 game a week, right? Well, now we have that position. You got Santos and Tillemans. Tillemans on we just bought him out, basically. He had a clause. We got the release clause, got the deal done. You don't get a lot of credit. While it's good that you found out he had a release clause and has kept hush-hush and he did the move quietly, brilliant. That's fantastic. But it's the negotiation part where I'm looking at Ineos and saying, do you not know how to do this effectively? Are you able to go to clubs and get a player that you really want when you've been chasing that player for a long time? Yes, I know the Elliot Anderson deal fell through. I understand that. He was a bit too expensive. But
he wanted to go to City as well.
And he wanted City. But we can use, even if the price of that Mateus Fernandez was high, you wanted him. You courted him. And what I'm seeing in the last minute, he was like, we may be able to give you this. There was so you lot were in the negotiation stage and somehow it fell through. Somehow it wasn't the Brian and Mbeumo, I'm just choosing Man United. It was, I'll go Spurs. You know, so what? Where's the breakdowns? And now we're looking at you lot's style of negotiation. This is not what we should have. We shouldn't just have Santos and Tillemans from doing this. We shouldn't. We got so much to do. We've lost Casemiro, we lost Ugarte. So we lost 2 midfielders already and was already short. And we're playing more games. You can't tell me this is enough of a window. It's not enough unless you're looking at the youngsters and saying they are definitely coming in, they are definitely ready. I don't know what the messaging is.
Are they saying it's enough? There's 3 weeks left of the window.
No, but it's still like, and because we are doing this new quiet thing when we're not hearing the name things, is, you know, when we're saying we're linked
Do
to
you
certain,
like it?
It's good at times, but now
We struggle with it.
I don't know what the target is. So the window could close and I'll be none the wiser because we can't judge it and say, usually we know we've been working on this deal for some time. We know we like Lewis Hall, but we haven't put in a bid. And someone else, I'm not even going to take this as my take. Someone else said, you know what, Man United understand the Lewis Hall deal will be difficult. Well, everyone knows that it's going to be difficult. Why have we not tested their resolve? Why have we not showed up with, I don't know, 60 million?
I've been saying that. Give them a problem, put money down, and give them something to think about.
Like, what are you lot waiting for? Like, we can't work out if we're on a left back or a left winger. Well, you bring in Rashford back. You know you need a left back. This has been the conversation for a long time. Go and get him, unless you're saying, I'm going to scrimp and save. I like Baldhead Mazraoui, and we're going to use him on the left because he did well for his nation. I don't know. This is underwhelming. We chased Chouameni only for them to say it might be too expensive salary-wise. So then after, if you lot know you're going to do deals on a cheap, go and find me those cheap players. Sangare just went to Brentford for 40 million. You're looking for a 6. You're looking for someone that plays that role with ball winner, Matt Coney, all these players. If you're going to do it cheap, go and get those. Go and get me those players. The fact that they're not here, well, what's the reason now? Because if we wait and then we bring in a cheap midfielder, we should have just done it a little bit earlier. Say he's well integrated with the team. That's where I'm at. I just thought Ineos, with getting Champions League and making money from Mason Greenwood, Vitek now. Who else have we sold? I think we've done.
That's it.
Mason Greenwood, Vitek. That's when.
On
loan. Is there any? We sold anything else?
Altai's just gone on loan.
Fredrickson.
We ain't really made it. And that's the issue. That's one of the biggest issues. We were supposed to. There's loads of things to unpack here with this transfer window. I think it's quite complicated because we're battling a new style of doing things. Yeah. So we're, like you said, Tillemans and Santos have come out the blue. We're not used to that. We're used to being drip fed every single thing what's going on, to the point where Samuel Luckhurst is doing pieces cussing, saying, can't believe they signed Tillemans. Looks like chaos. I spoke to Man United this morning. Didn't even say anything. The journalists are now pissed that they're not even being told. And I think that's a good thing. Every minute our business is out there. And what tends to happen is we go on that journey on the end of all of these rumors. This is the fact. What we do is we go onto X, we open up our phones and our tablets, our devices. We go onto X for all of the latest rumors from the various sources. And when you get fed, you know, United like this player, United like that player, or this, that, and the other, and that player goes and signs for somewhere else, we all just lose our shit and say, well, we were linking that player, monitoring that player internally, like this player, all of the buzz words and
the transfer buzzwords. Yeah.
And like half the time, bro, you know how football works. Half the time, we weren't even in for these guys. It's just the aggregators and the things saying they like him, but this, that, and the other. There's billions of players on the list. These guys sit there all year in transfer things, so the list is the list. Players that they like is what they like. The data is the data. Every club has that. So actually, we've actually said it's quite refreshing to do that. When we signed Tillemans, when we signed Santos, the feeling was, oh my days, is this what we're on? Is this what's going on? No one even knew about this 35 million release clause for Yuri Tillemans, bro. No one. Wasn't on anyone's bingo card. So then we celebrate that in that moment, but then what happens is in the moments of silence that precede that, we get touchy. We get nervous. we get frustrated because you have to remember, bro. And I'm in this camp as well with this frustration or nervousness and anxiety. We're scarred. We're afraid. We don't know. We kind of want everything. Then we have the thing of like, bro, we keep getting stung, all these £100 million players or big money, big wages. We've only just got rid of someone like Jadon Sancho. Just now.
Yeah.
Just now. He's only just left now on a free after getting every penny. Oh, Nana, where is he? Not on a permanent. Went straight back to Trabzonspor. I'm getting my bread. I've got 2 years left on my deal. I'll just go on loans for 2 years. Thank you, Man United. Rashi, still here. Gave him the big contract under Eric. The reason why people aren't queuing up for him is because he's too expensive. So we backed the decision to pivot away from that. But guess what? When we see Elliot Anderson go for big money, when we see Bruno Guimaraes go for big money, when we see Tonali go for big money, what do? We go, fuck's sake, man. Do you know what? How are we going to close this gap? What are we going to do? So I think that we're battling against these elements whereby we're not really comfortable in this lane. And I think the lane that we're in now is I don't want to get to a situation whereby I think it's healthy to be like, never again do I want to spend £100 million on a player. We need to stop doing that forever. Absolutely not. Because there's going to be a period where you need to sprinkle your team, you need to build your team. And if you're not in the conversation for the big players, you will keep getting left behind. You're not going to be able to do some Brighton thing where you keep getting the man for 4 million or whatever, unearth a gem that nobody's heard of and try and set pace. That's good for Bournemouth, that's good for Brighton and those type of players. But we're Man United and we're trying to compete with Arsenal who are doing that. So here's the thing. I'm saying we're in a phase. And for me, this phase, maybe next year is the one where we drop out 100 M's on a guy. Maybe it is because the new 100 M's is like the new 50. So we shouldn't be scared of that number like we actually are at the moment. But the phase I think we're in is a diligent phase. Is one where we go, right, we're not going to...
No, but then let me jump in there. Let me jump in there because I think we're saying two almost different things. I'm not complaining about not spending 100 million. I'm complaining about the lack of quality that I'm seeing coming in right now for whatever price you're touting. Man United, we're gonna play more games a week, and we haven't got the players to deal with that. Like, we know that it's Luke Shaw or bust on the left-hand side. Yes, Mazraoui can go over there, do a job. Yes, we're trying to convert Euro into some kind of right back, and then there's plans of players coming back, but Lisandro is always injured. We always see a big injury from him. De Ligt always injured. You're talking about the third midfielder and saying maybe Mason Mount can do that job. Well, Mason Mount's history in a Man United shirt has said he's been injured more time than he plays. So it's just doesn't, all these things just feel like silly decisions where it's like, well, I don't understand that. Like, so I'm not now saying, oh, show me 100 million. I'm saying, well, go out and all these clever deals that you're talking about, go and do those. I don't need to know about it.
But they still might.
I want the players to be here.
Left.
Yeah. There's 3 weeks left. And that's what I'm saying. I'm understanding in there's 3 weeks left, but we spent all this time and I think we're looking at the we're trying to see what happens with other clubs so we can be there and ready. You know, obviously the whole Rodri deal, if Rodri does end up at Real Madrid, Man United will now test Real Madrid and say, well, you're going to keep all of them? We'll have one. You know what I mean? So there is that. But again, it's one of those things where I want to see some proactiveness from Man United even more than just ultimately being reactive. You know, we're saying, now Bruno Guimaraes has gone to Arsenal. Are we going to go back and test MLS because he might be playing less and stuff? Like, and now I don't even want to do the MLS deal anymore because of what Santos kind of looks like. So I'm like, right, I can go and get a real left back. Like, MLS was meant to do 2 jobs for me. I could play him in the midfield if I lose a player, but he can play on the left-hand side. Now I'm like, no, let's go get a specialist left back and find that third midfielder. We've got Tillemans, we've got, what's the point of going to get MLS now? It doesn't really make as much sense as before.
They might want to say, listen, you're going to play left back. You can play there. We're going to make.
But then is he the best left back in football? Is he one of the best left backs?
No.
He's okay.
Yeah,
he's okay, but he's a good player. I like him. I think the fact that he could do 2 things was good, and I knew was going to lose players next. We might lose a player. He can go in there.
A lot of games they might see it. I think for what it's worth, I don't think we're going to get Miles Lewis-Skelly at all. I think we've got more chance of getting Lewis Hall because he actually wants to play for Man United, according to Andy Mitten and people like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's just a very difficult deal to do because I think
Put the money up. Why is it difficult? It's not difficult.
The reason why
Go and put the
it
money
is
up.
difficult.
Put the bread up.
It's not difficult to put the money up, but it's difficult for the deal to happen. Here's
Test
why.
them. No, but everyone keeps saying it's difficult. Why is it difficult? Test them. Let them say no, so you can say, you know what, we tried, we couldn't bring him in.
That. But then you could say that's a waste. That's also a waste of time. Then if you know that it's going to get rejected.
No, because you call them up. The same. Simply call them up. Say, here's 60 million. Do you want it? Deal rejected.
Absolutely. If they reject, they reject. But what I'm saying is there's a reason why it is difficult, though. It's not difficult because we don't have the money. I agree with you. I've been saying, banging the drum.
So why is it difficult, Flex?
The reason why it's difficult to get the deal done is what I'm saying. It's not difficult to bid. It's a difficult deal to do because Newcastle United have lost a bag of players. They've sold Anthony Gordon, they've sold Tonali, they've sold Bruno Guimaraes. The fans are fuming. The manager's left. It's toxic. If you're Newcastle United, think about it from their perspective. You can't have another player of that ilk as well, one of the top players, leave the football club. You have to shut the doors and say, Ras, listen, we've made bread. We're compliant with PSR. You know how much money they've just made, bro? They've sold Bruno Guimaraes for 75 million. Tonali for 100 million. Gordon for 65 odd million. They've made bread. They're compliant. So their need to sell of begging for money is not there. We don't have to sell anymore. And our fans are pissed off. We've got a new manager, Matthias Jaisler, coming in who wants to play on the front foot. We need to show intent. And we need to show that we're willing to build the team around someone like Lewis Hall, who's the future of English football and hopefully the future of this football club. So that's why it's hard to do because they don't have to sell him.
They know they can't build the club around a left back. That's stupid.
No, I don't mean.
No, but I hear what it's. I know what you mean. I know what you're saying.
We want players like this in our team to go forward. So we're going to show our fans that we're done selling now. There's time for some calm. They have to build. So they don't need or want to sell him. So that's where it's difficult.
But then I think I get Newcastle have their own issues. I'm saying Man United, you have money. You was gonna go out and buy some Semenyo and all these different players. If you feel that he's important to what we need to do to go forward, he's a perfect Manchester United player. I watched the thing with you and Matty Renton, and I was like, it's a good that he sounds like the kind of quality you want at Man United. Get him then. Go and test. Go and test All Newcastle can say is no, or you might send a thing and they say not enough. Cool. Go back to the drawing board. Will we come with a second bid? That kind of thing. When we say that's our number one, I want to know what's our number one target and how we go about getting them. Do you get it? A lot of clubs do that. With the Arsenal, when they say Declan Rice, number one target, Elliot Anderson, number one target. Who's our number one guy that we feel will help this squad or make this team better? And we now know that all eyes are going to their left back. That's where Man United are at next. And are you going to sign someone that is going to be here for the next 10 years? Like, are you going to go and do a deal where it's like, you know what? Since you've done that one, it's paying back for itself because of how much quality he's actually brought to your team, how he's up the levels like he's a floor raiser. Is it going to be one of those? And maybe this kid is that. Should have been an England team. I get that he didn't go. He didn't. Yeah, but then it's like, so even like the likes of the Jed Spencers of this world and stuff, these are good players. If you're going to do things a bit cheaper, well, go and I just want to feel a bit more movement in the market, knowing we're playing more games. Man United, we were getting tired in games. Let's never forget that last season, with one game a week, we couldn't match the intensity because it's like those players couldn't. I remember the times when we tried to play more than one game, and you saw a drop off
every time we did it.
You saw a drop off. So now I'm saying, well, we know we got a lot more to do. We're gonna have drop off if we don't bring in the players. Get me the players. That's not even. I'm not getting crazy saying, "Yo, I need to spend 100 million. I need to spend 115 to know that we're serious."
Volume of players. Bring in more players. Volume. Simple as that.
Bring me volume and
I agree
volume and some quality. And that's where I say that Ineos failure. But then Ineos success, where I can now like the flip side of it, so it's just not just total negativity. Is Santos is a good deal. that's a like I like the look of him. Yes, there's still a bit more to see, but in terms of him shielding the back four, knowing when to attack, knowing good in the tackle, plays forward. I've liked what I'm seeing from Santos so far in these preseason games. We're gonna have to see him in a real game to know, but it looks like it looks like there's something there, is what I will say. That's what is exciting about this player. Tielemans, we know what that is. We all know. Like, all Man United fans can understand, you know what? Yeah, the kid's quality. The guy's got something that we can enjoy. I watched you and Gabby Agbonlahor breaking it down. He's like, Flex, this is not
a player, man.
He's got leadership. He's got all the things, those things that you need. So that's good business. Ineos, that is good business. It's not me just rinsing and saying everything's bad. I like that. That's well done. Well done for going out and getting those deals done for the price that you're getting done as well.
Well, we got those two for the price of one Mateus Fernandes.
Yeah. But then if Tottenham finish higher than us, if Tottenham finish higher than us, it doesn't matter.
This is one thing that I've said about what we're doing now. It's very difficult to call this an absolute revelation of a strategy of well done for doing that, because you have to wait and see, because that's exactly what I said to I can't remember what show I was on, but I said this a couple of weeks back. I was like, time's going to tell, because if we see everyone else surpass us, like Chelsea and Spurs, and we know what the one game a week hype does, we've managed to finish third. We went from 15th to third with one game a week, so it helps. There's no denying that. It helps. Clearly, obviously, we had to change our manager for it to actually kick in, but it helps that, yeah. So if these guys start doing well, especially Spurs, then, like you said, spending the 35 million on Tielemans and spending the money on Santos won't look so good. But the reason why that will happen won't necessarily be because we bought those two players. It will be for other reasons as well. If that happens where Spurs are better than us and finishing higher than us, there'll be other things to discuss as to why that's happened. It would be unfair to just be, because we're all in agreement that Tielemans is a top player. A lot of teams would like to have him. So that we then can't, if just because Spurs finish higher, it's because you bought Spurs.
No, it wouldn't be. I don't think it would be that.
I think buy Anderson for 116. That would
no, it'd be if Mateus is a good player. The killer is if he
definitely is a good player.
No, I'm saying if he looks like a 75 million pound player. That's the thing. If Tonali looks like, you know what, that's good. That's money well spent. That's all it will be. It's not saying
you know
that.
What? I think it's the other way around, bro. I think it's if Santos doesn't look like the level of Mateus Fernandes, I think that's worse, because we were willing to pay that money for him, but chose this guy instead. So the guy that you choose instead has to at least match / surpass the guy that you're watching, because everybody knows Mateus Fernandes is good. If Mateus Fernandes has a good season at Spurs, we won't be surprised. He's good.
No, but do you reckon Mateus Fernandes is, because what role was he going to play? Was he going to do the Santos job? Mateus Fernandes, Santos is I don't know if Santos is a starter. I don't know if he's a starter for us.
Maybe not. We don't know.
So then he can't be, because if we were signing Mateus, I think who you're comparing him to probably is wrong, because it's the player that whoever's going to be our linchpin starter. If we sign Mateus Fernandes, he was going to start next to Kobe probably. Is how I kind of understand it.
Santos might play in that left six where he's been playing. He's been playing there in pre-season.
Well, we should talk about that. We should get into that stuff, like in terms of
we're seeing him and Mason Mount in the pivot. The reason why we're seeing him and Mason Mount in the pivot, because they're the only two options we have right now. Let's get that out there, right? So that's the first thing to put that down on the table. The reason why we're seeing Lenny right back is because Jadon. We've got Jadon Camerson, the youngster Jadon, who looks all right, young kid.
I like him, London and still
talks good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like him. I see him doing a couple of videos the other day as well. He looks good. He's playing there, Lenny Yoro, because Dallo and Mazraoui ain't back yet. We're about to find out what the true plan is. However, what I have seen from preseason, looking at Mizuno Mace and looking at Santos, I'm going, that's interesting. Okay, it's only preseason, but all right. I'm not stupid enough to rely on this level of version of Mason Mount for the season, so bring me my midfielder. I ain't getting involved in that talk. But if you stay fit, this is interesting. No, you can play in this position, actually, Mason Mount. you could be yet another thing to help us. And actually, you and Santos have looked all right in preseason. Santos, definitely. I think what I've seen with him is his understanding of just kind of being in the right position, always seems to be in the right spot, and his
That's a
first
skill.
pass, that's a skill. And I feel like his first pass is the right pass, which is just in a straight vertical line, not big distances, not outside the boot, around the corner, amazing tech. Just pass the ball forward as soon as you get it. It's not hard.
Yeah.
And I think that level of simplicity and the consistency of which he's doing it, that's what makes a good player in that position. The good
What?
players are the ones who do the simple things really, really
Right.
often.
All the time. All the time. And
Yeah.
then you know
So
what?
I like the look of that. I like the look of that.
You have
But
to
it's
listen to
preseason.
Michael Carrick's words as well, because Michael Carrick says
Yes.
he ain't
Yes. I did see
trying.
that.
So it was really interesting when he spoke about Casemiro, and it goes, not to be disrespectful to Cass, but I'm not looking for another Casemiro.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm asking for players that he tried it last season when Casemiro said it was his last game, when he done it. And Mason Mount played
Yeah.
deeper. So he's had his eye on, again, we play a different brand of football as well. That's what we're seeing on this preseason. We're holding onto the ball a lot longer. We're building up. We're trying to break teams down, but we're more possession based than we've been, like than the first iteration of Carrick, where it was kind of like counter attacks, Dorguch, like try something. Even the Arsenal game, all these other games where you say, "Raw, Man United, we're on the ball." Carrick type ball is these kind of technical type
He wants us to
midfielders.
play.
Wants us to play. And you understand that because he's that kind of midfielder. So you can imagine that his philosophy is along this side, right? And what we had with Casemiro is Casemiro, no matter what, he'll get the ball, fling it round the corner. You know them ones,
The cast special round the corner,
bro, the bro, you don't even
good ball to
care
play.
if,
Get it round the corner.
bro,
Get him
he
turned.
don't
Get him turned.
care if, he don't care. He don't
English thing,
care
bro.
if you're there, bro. He don't care if man's. You know what I'm saying? Like he's playing that ball in it. Now we're going a different way, and this is where the Mason Mount, the Santos are important. But I think the reaction to saying Mason Mount had a good game is we're gonna deal with something weird as the season progresses. That Kobe might be on the bench at different times. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but the fans, there's a contingent of fans that will lose their shit. If they see Mason Mount starting games, yeah, a contingent of fans are gonna be fuming. Man United,
Of course they will.
Man United, and it's like this is the thing of allowing the manager to cook a little bit, is what we're saying. We need to now trust Carrick now
And he
in
loves
doing his
Kobe.
job
Oh,
a little
manager
bit.
loves Kobe as well.
Kobe's gonna play, but we don't know who that's starting. We don't know if it's gonna
We
be
don't know.
Santos Tillemans. We don't know if it's
Exactly.
Kobe Tillemans. The only thing we are sure of that we definitely know, Bruno. That's the one
That's the
thing
only
we can
thing.
agree.
Do you know what
Bruno
I'll say though?
Fernandez.
I think the interesting thing is Santos is the only midfielder that we have in our ranks. So out of the three that we got, because you got to take Bruno out of it, yeah. Out of the three that we got, Kobe, Tillerman, Santos. I look at Santos as the first port of call for being a thoroughbred six. Tillerman's gets on the ball, can travel with the ball in the pockets, round the
Gabby
corner,
said he
very,
could
very
do the
clever.
16 though.
No, he can. I'm saying he can. I'm not saying it's impossible. He absolutely can. But when I look at his best attributes, I see it as on the ball, affecting the game in a positive way. And listen, Kobe can play in a six as well. He's capable. Like I think there's this
Yeah.
misconception that he can't play there. It just feels quite limiting for him because he's got so much more that he could offer. When he went on that mad run against Brentford, remember when he twists up couple man, gave it to Ahmad? And that's a snapshot of like Kobe's the only one out of the three that could do something like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So you want him kind of operating a little bit further forward, and maybe you could unleash the reins off him a little bit. But when I look at Santos, off the top of my, like just the feeling now, because it's preseason, we don't know. This is where we have to hypothesize because we have no idea what Carrick's plan is, which is quite exciting of how he's going to utilize, who's going to settle into being more of a six, who's going to settle into being more of an eight, who is going to be, a bit of everything, a bit of a box to box, or are all of them going to be a bit of everything? We don't know.
Yeah.
So, but as it stands, I feel like Santos is the one I look at out of the three that we've got, and I think he's not as good on the ball as Kobe and Tillemans are, but he's the one who would protect a little bit more.
You don't think he's good on the ball?
Not as good as those two. He just picked the first
Okay.
pass, which is good. Kobe can take the ball, and do amazing things with it. We've seen that.
Yeah.
Twinkle toes, cut in,
Yeah.
shoot. We've seen that. And Tillemans, different level on the ball, bro.
Kobe, do you know what's funny though? But Kobe got stronger near the end of the season. You know when he's doing that, you know when he's doing that Casemiro tackle? He's getting back, shielding the back four, winning the ball. Like he's looking strong in the six. What's hard? What's the hardest thing that Kobe's gone through right now is that England thing that happened. Just didn't play. You know, so almost it's like it feels like he's gone backwards.
Amarim thing. It's even worse.
That's okay. The Amarim thing was one thing, but he came back, he showed quality, and it was okay. But I think the trust is gone because people are like, he could never have come on in any of those games. Oh, look at the style of the game. Can you put Kobe in against Argentina? Yes, you can. But then people are now questioning how could he do that when it's like, bro, he plays at Man United, like him and Casemiro alone in bare games. So you think this game's going to be too big for him? I think one of his games was away in Europe in a big ground, like, and he's fine. You know what I'm saying? So is he phased by? He's good in tight spaces. He keeps the ball, like he can look after the ball in possession. That's actually his skill set that everyone's kind of, because he hasn't. It's like, what have you done for me lately? Because he hasn't done it in a while. People are now saying, I don't know if you could do that. You know, Are you with me? So we don't know if. We don't know if, as you said, he could come in, be the six, and Santos being a bit more ahead, or the Tillemans being a bit. We're yet to find out is what's going on. And even if this is where it gets interesting, because if we do bring in a Camavinga, Tchouaméni, that changes the midfield completely. Are you with me? Because Tchouaméni comes in, he's starting. That's now we guarantee. Bruno plays, Tchouaméni plays. We have space for one more. Who is that one more? Is that Tillemans? Is that Kobe? Is that Santos?
Well, it could be either. It could be either. It could be any one of them. And that's why I think it's so hard at this stage to nail it down. And this goes into what you were talking about. Kind of leans into the not a failure, but it leads into the ambiguity of like, I don't know what they're doing. Like, I can see what they've done by getting Tillemans and Santos. Because also we can't lose track of the fact that we need options, bro. This is a long season. I need options. A little bit of everything. And this is
Shea Lacey, bro.
He looks good, man.
Bro.
Shea Lacey. Bro. He moves like Foden.
Well, he's going to play. This is the thing. I've been looking at the squad here and where everyone's going to be fighting for positions, right? Rashi's back. Rashi's playing down the middle. I want everyone to understand. Rashi is going to see what they're doing with Brian Mbeumo. What you seen, how you seen Brian Mbeumo, like he likes a quick, fast forward. That's kind of like a wide player, kind of converted. Yeah, that's what the manager seems to like. He took his time to bring Šeško in. So Šeško might not be the number one guy. So I imagine it's Rashi down the middle, Cunha on the left, or Dorgu. We need to still Dorgu's already done 90 minutes.
Rashi playing on the left.
No,
down
the middle. We might get it. Like I think this
he's just our second
down the middle because Mbeumo's playing there and he can't really do that job as effectively for me personally. I don't think he.
You think Rashi's not going to play on the left, really?
There'll be some. I think if it's him and Cunha, like if I'm trying to be in the minor Carrick, because I would go Šeško personally. Yeah, I think Šeško was the right 9. Let's go. It's his time now.
Might not be ready to start at the beginning of the season, though. But we
there you go.
That. The beginning of the season team, like Hull, first game, Kobe might not be fit. These men coming back late. Rashford's coming back late. The team's got... I think Santos.
So this is where... This is what I'm saying. Rashford, especially get that AC Milan game, the Amarim game, please unleash him. Rashford in the 9, Cunha on the left-hand side. Yeah? Bruno doing Bruno does in the 10. It's a choice of Ahmad or Mbeumo. It's up to you. I think the 3 players fighting for that that right-hand side though is Lacey, Mbeumo, and Ahmad. That's what's going on there.
He's tried him a couple of times in the 10 as well. Obviously, Bruno's there.
But he's just not going to play the. Once I've seen, we know who the 10 is.
Yeah.
Unless it might be a little Carabao thing, you might get an opportunity. JJ Gabriel looked nice, but he's going to take his time with him. He ain't in a rush.
Don't forget that he's a 15-year-old child.
15, he's going to take time. Like, he's going to
change in the changing rooms, bro.
Can't be like, can't do.
Dress before you come in there and get the instructions off the manager.
Get the instructions. Max Dowman says.
You're a minor, bro. Yeah.
He's a minor.
It's crazy, bro.
Got talent though. Got talent.
How good you have to be to actually? Can we just deep that for 4 seconds?
Let's go.
You know how good you have to be at 15? We've just seen it with Max Dowman. You know, Rio and Gamoa made his debut 17. Like these youngsters, like these English boys that are like getting opportunities. Like we'll include Liverpool. You know, Arsenal. Do you know how good you have to be going to do GCSE bite size, learning like BODMAS,
yeah,
and then like pulling up out of that and going training quick
with Dalot and them man there.
Just gonna train with all the man them, and then I'll do my homework later. Yeah, like do you know how good you actually have to be at football, bro? Like
bro. Him calling Maguire H. Yeah,
he's mad. Call him that. He can't.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You call him Harry. You call him Harry.
Link up with H.
JJ Gabriel's so young, yeah. JJ Gabriel's so young, yeah. Bro, he might do the EAFC thing. You might call them by the last names, bro. He's young. You might call him Maguire. Bro. Bro, JJ might call him Mbeumo, bro. He's not calling him Brian.
No, I think he's
too young. I only play with you on the FIFA.
Bro,
what are you doing? I didn't even know your name was Brian. You're Mbeumo. What are you talking about? I'm not calling you Kobe, bro. I'm calling you Manu, bro. Move.
No, he's calling Cobs. No, he's calling Kobe because he's Kobe's like that. Those are
foreign man, foreign older man.
No, but he's looking. No, but you know what's mad? He's looking at Aiden Heaven like an older. That's what's mad. He's getting in the thing saying, "Rah, Aiden and big Aiden, big Ahmad." You know, them man there. Rah, you know, Aiden.
He might even say Big Shay Lacey. He might say it. He might say it. I'm saying he's calling man by second name. That's how young he is, bro. He's opening these man in the packs, in the FIFA packs. He's opening.
Yeah, I packed you, bro.
Do you know? He called Bruno because everyone does. Bruno, bro, I got you in my ultimate team. You know. That's
Bruno. That's El Capitan. That one there, yeah. There's you know what they're gonna feel when they see when they see Bruno, and Bruno will look after someone like that. So you look at the team. Yeah, hey, have you heard Delow's the vice captain? Apparently, I think he's the vice captain. Yeah, well done, Delow.
He's a good leader in the dressing room.
Yeah, you know what he's on. So, and Sesko's got a good relationship with him. He's one of those guys. When you just look at Man United, yeah, this is where we have to see when we talk about Carrick. Other people have had this job, and we read into everything, results, how we play, this, that, and the other. Fair enough, the window's been underwhelming. Carrick's played one player. It's just Santos that's been there. And we've looked good. That's the part that I do want to talk about. When you talk about preseason and making the youngsters like the the Fletcher twins, Shea Lacey, the way we're playing football, the way like how we're looking in, you know, when you do the 11 changes and we're just here solid. Like, this is why I want to just see. Obviously, I want Xerxes to go. Like, I think if Juve is going to give him the move, brilliant. Because I need to know who's going to get the next shirt. I need to know what shirt Rashford's wearing anyway. That hasn't been confirmed yet. Just want to understand what happens from here.
He's. I think the Rashi situation is just so. It's so interesting. It's going to split the fan base. I had a caller,
New signing.
Caller on the TalkSport last week,
Yeah.
Proper where were you called up, and he goes, because we was debating whether he should come back. Absolutely not, mate. Get him out. Shouldn't be at the club, mate. Disgrace the club. Unprofessional. We don't need him. Cunha's better than him. He's not even better than Dorgan. Come third without him. We don't need. He went in, like Vim, I said, I hear what you're saying. I forgot his name. I hear what you're saying. But let's not act like he's, I'm opening up the conversation. We can't just have it one way. It's the air raves. I'm like, let's not act like he's the only man to ever have made a mistake in a football club.
Mm.
Like football can change very, very quickly, and it's not for the want of trying. I agree that it would be best to probably part ways, but clearly the footballing landscape or whatever, it hasn't transpired that way. We tried to sell him, it didn't work. He's our player. We give him the big contract. You know, Michael Carrick likes him. This, that, and the other. Man started going. Thing is, right? I've been going to United since the 70s, mate. You're not up here. You don't know what goes on. I'm a season ticket holder, mate. I said, okay, we're going here. I said,
I go to
I'm a
games.
season ticket holder for 12 years, mate. Like, what's that got to do with the price of chips? What's that? Like, I don't need to have seen Nobby Styles play to discuss whether Rashford should. Have you watched Rashford game in, game out since he's been a Man United player? That's if you have, you're qualified to talk about this. Why are you talking about season tickets? So
I swear you was at his debut in Midtjylland, bro. I swear was you away?
I was there.
There you go. I was his debut, bro. I saw him came up to the scenes, bro.
So there you go. Anyway, so there's that exists, is what I'm saying, right? Of like, absolutely not. And I'm not saying everyone's like this guy. There's a load of people who are just like, it's nothing to do about season tickets. I don't think Marcus Rashford should come back. But here's the thing. There's so much things that can be like. I said, do you know what? I'm tired of it. Run it back. Run it back.
Run it back, bro.
Run it back. Just run it back.
Bro.
Just run it
bro,
back.
Let me tell you this, yeah.
If we get stung.
Nah, I don't even think we're getting stung. If this man comes back here, scores Stretford End against Liverpool, Arsenal, and he scores in these big games, by the way. City. If we was to win the league with this guy, greatest homecoming ever. Because he's gone out and he's seen the grass ain't always greener, bro. He's gone out and seen life. And I like it. I like that he's gone out.
It was
it? Still on the bench.
League,
he wasn't a starter. He wasn't a starter.
He
wasn't a
KG.
No, grass ain't greener because Gordon's living in your home, bro.
Yeah,
Gordon's living in your home doing fluent Spanish. I was there. I helped this man win the league, and Gordon's now in the apartment I was living in. What's going on? Grass ain't greener. He's playing with Pedri and them man there. Like, fair enough, I experienced it, but I was on a gap here, bro. That's what man had in it. Yeah? You're home now. And like it or not, bro, this guy's come through the ranks. And we can talk about what went wrong, how he's disrespected the club. The Belfast thing was mad. What else have we done?
He made a mistake.
The lack of track. There was some games where he fell out of luck with it. Weren't tracking back. Yeah? What else?
It was a minor one compared to those ones, but he fell out. He was late to training just by a couple of minutes, and then was out of the Wolves team.
All we doing here. Yeah. So when we talk about disrespecting the club, Belfast was the biggest club disrespect. But when we're talking about that, someone's been going out of his way to shit on Man United. He hasn't.
On that, before I forget, do you know what else I don't like as well? When people's like, he wanted to leave us, he made it clear he wanted a new challenge. That's not a crime. Like,
it's not.
Like, I get that's not disrespecting the club. That's actually being honest. And what he said,
Rooney Rio wanted to leave.
100%. And I've said this, bro. He wanted to leave the football club. And, you know, one of David Moyes' first jobs, his first job was to make sure that Rooney stayed at this football club.
Yeah.
As it stood, he was like, I don't know where we're going. I don't know. And I'm not saying that Rashford has achieved what Rooney is as a footballer. We're not doing that. But
no.
It's just a fact of how things can turn around. Guess what? Here's another one for you, bro. You want to talk about real disrespect? I saw Granit Xhaka take the armband off in front of 60,000 people at the Emirates, bro, and tell them man where to stick it and dashed it, yeah?
Yeah.
All of the nearly riots, yeah? There was nearly riots, yeah? You know what? Imagine Lee Judges seeing that, yeah?
Yeah.
Nearly riots. Arteta comes in, and I've seen Granit Xhaka, bro. I've seen Granit Xhaka in an interview last year when he was at Sunderland. He was doing a Premier League Productions interview. It's a wicked interview. He's talking about his journey, and they asked him about that period. He said, I was done with it. Obviously, I lost my head. I threw the thing. As far as I was concerned, I weren't an Arsenal player anymore. Fuck this. I'm off.
Yeah.
He said, Mikel Arteta came in and said, listen, you're not going anywhere. Leave that thing with me. We'll build you back up. I believe in you, bro. And these
Yeah,
fans will be back on side. You want to talk about real disrespect? He threw the armband on the floor
I
in
remember.
front of
I swore the
and it
fans.
wasn't, and swore at the fans, bro.
Yeah, he put middle
You think you
finger
could
up,
do,
middle finger. I showed them.
bro? Do you think you could do that at Old Trafford?
No, you,
In front of
bro,
Stretford? You think you could go to the Stretford? Wait there, hold
bro,
on,
he'll
wait
be
a minute.
killed.
Because the tunnel, bro, we all know the tunnel's right next to that corner bit of it. Yeah, where the TRA sit, bro. You think, yeah, you could throw the armband on the ground and have to? That's the way you have
Again,
to
on
walk off
pitch,
as well.
bro. Pitch invasion, pitching,
Man are
bro.
jumping
Pitch
over
invasion.
barriers. So don't sit there and tell me. And then he went on to fix it and was brilliant up until he left, right?
Yeah,
With
they didn't want him
and
to
really good.
leave. They didn't want him to
They
leave.
did. They didn't want him to leave. So that's just another example of how football can change. You can never
You
say
can't
never,
trust
bro.
bro. We can't trust. I'm telling you, Marcus Rashford. That I'm excited. I'll be honest with you. I'm excited. I can't lie and say I'm not. He's got quality. He's got talent. He's better than Somerville. Everyone's like, get him off the books, the wages and that, and sign who? I did because is that not quality, bro? It's only one Man United player that started for England, like that played for England in the. He's got quality, bro. He's not shit. He's just lost his way. But now this guy's had a time at Aston Villa. He's had a time at Barcelona. Take what you've learned on those places away. Come and play for your home club. Come and play for your boyhood club and make us win something. Make us win a significant trophy. It hits different if he's able to do it as well. If Rashford is able to turn this round, and remember, you saw him crying when he was like, when he thought it was his
FA
last
Cup.
game.
We won the
Yeah.
FA Cup, yeah.
He's like, bro, like, this is end of the day, like, and it's not like Rashford likes me or something or says hello to me and this, that, and the other. Like, I know he just keeps him, that's his energy in it. I don't care. Bro, score goals. And I've liked Rashford as a player for years. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
when the tracking back thing, I've never not sounded like this. It's just it got to a point when it's like, Rashi, man, it's over. But now all those doors are closed and you're home. And we have a talented team and a good manager. You fell out with Ruben Amorim. Who didn't? Who didn't? How many players can say, they loved Ruben? Not many. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we have a player who can come and do something for us in that left-hand side striker channel. Use him. Use him. I'm excited about what that looks like. I'm actually excited to see how he plays. I'm really excited.
Yeah, and it depends on, again, it's how you view life, right? Some people are like, we know what's around the corner. Is he going to be locked in? He really wanted to stay somewhere else. He doesn't actually want to be here. It's just because he's forced to be, like he's been held against his will. And I would say that we don't know what it's going to look like. This is on Rashi as well. What we can't do as well, just to give a bit of the other side, because we're quite in this situation.
How's he being forced against his will? He's been offered.
Forced against his will
contracts.
in terms of but I mean forced against his will of like he wanted to be at Barcelona, but I couldn't. Like,
yeah, so
he said if I'm a magician, I would want to stay here. I saw it. Like he wants to be a Barcelona player, but he can't be. But he can't be. So obviously, he's had offers from Turkey. I don't want to go Fenerbahce. I'd rather stay at Man United, or I'd rather wait for something else. Hopefully, Bayern come for me, or whatever he's waiting, because he can still leave. By the way, this isn't guaranteed. He stays. He can still leave. Man United may even open the doors on a loan thing. I also think it depends what it looks like in that week, because I think it's really simple on the inside. I was saying this on the morning show today. I was like, listen, from Carrick's perspective, this is really easy.
I like this player,
100%. I like this
Carrick
player.
can't wait to use him.
He's coming back. We've got a big season, loads of games. We're going to need experience. We're going to need guys that are ready, and I need a volume of players. And I love Marcus. That's what Carrick's going to say.
Job done.
The only thing, job done from that perspective. The only thing is, bro, I'll be honest, it's all on Marcus as well, man. One thing we do know, let's not hide from it out of excitement. Let's bring it up.
Yep.
Not the Belfast thing. I don't care about that. We've discussed that. I'm talking about actually locking in.
He wants to be
the love, mentality. What we have seen is if he's not feeling it, bro, the byproduct of that is a tough watch. We've seen it, bro. Let's not act like we haven't seen it. Let's not act like it hasn't happened.
I hear you, bro. That's 2 years ago. That's
Hold on.
18
No,
months.
but
18 months
but
ago.
we can't just say that. It's been 10 years of inconsistency. That's the
Yeah.
truth. Right. So you
Wait,
don't
hey,
know the evidence.
hey. Read that correctly. With goals in big games. Like, don't just
Yeah.
say 10 years. Don't
No,
make the
but
10 years
inconsistency.
sound as
No,
if,
moments, 100%. No, but
yeah,
I'm just saying, overall, there's inconsistency means there's been some really good seasons and there's been some really bad ones. It's
yeah,
inconsistent. It's not
yeah,
steady. You don't know
yeah.
what you're going to get.
But this
That's what
club
I'm
hasn't
talking
been
about.
steady.
Right. But I'm just saying, let's just keep it to just the individual.
I'm being fair. Look,
Yeah.
let's be fair. That's
Let's
what I'm
just
saying.
keep
I'm
it to the
gonna
individual.
cool.
The individual has to, if you're going to discuss the individual alone and characteristics, and you're going to write them down, and you was explaining to someone, you'd say, individual has tendencies to go drifting, has tendencies to potentially sort of strop a bit, like not really feeling it. Tendencies to be very explosive and just all of a sudden he's there, then he's not, and he just drop a shoulder. Tendencies to good connection on the shot, great technique and like striking the ball. You know, tendencies to kind of fluctuate with final actions. Sometimes snatch at a shot, sometimes find a far corner. Like you're not sometimes sure what you're gonna get. And I'm just saying that Rashi is the key in this, bro, because it's all
And
good saying I want to go back.
this is where I'm gonna give adequate pushback. In that time when you're talking about that, it was Alejandrins and who he's been challenged by has been Martial, Garnacho,
Anthony Sancho.
I would say not the level,
Alanga.
not the level,
Yeah,
not the
but what's
level.
that got to do
Honestly,
with him? Those are the
no,
guys
no,
that
this is
replaced him
important. I'm
because he
saying
wasn't
that
doing his job.
you dropping stinkers. Guess who's waiting?
Oh,
Dorgu's
right,
waiting.
yeah.
Cunha's waiting. That as in even a light JJ Gabriel 15 can't be in the dressing room, but he's traveled. Yeah, with the mentor. Yeah,
So if you
he's
don't
waiting.
pull your socks up,
If you don't pull your socks up, you're getting dropped, and you've been dropped. We've seen you come off the bench and appreciate just being at Barcelona. Guess what? This is Man United we're talking about here. This ain't like a normal silly club. And you tried to move, yeah, you didn't get what you was looking for. So a little humbleness on your thing of saying, bro, they went for Gordon. So you don't get to come in here, Billy Big Bollocks, and say, I need to start. Bro, you should be at Barca, but they didn't sign you. Yeah? You're now here with us. Yeah? And them man are ahead of the pecking order than you are. So guess how you get into this team? You have to play. And what's so good about the levels is Kobe might have to hold bench because Tillemans is here. Mbuemo Ahmad might have to hold bench. There's big man here. Are you with me? Aiden Heaven's ready, bro. He's waiting for Lissandro to like these. There's when you now up the levels of stand quality in your dressing room, you got big boys on the bench saying, yo, before Rashford was the only one of the only dons saying, of course I play. Like who you bring on instead of me? Who's gonna do he was one of the seniors in the dressing room. It's not that anymore. The game is, so this is where I would say it's moved on. And there is some stability. And there's a Michael Carrick. Michael Carrick played with Rashford.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't get to, I know how this thing works. I remember when you couldn't say anything in this dressing room. So I don't know, you can't swan around here with me on that one. I know how this thing works. I remember your debut.
Rashford likes him. Rashford likes him.
So he ain't gonna, I don't think it's gonna be what, and he's not a negative character. He wants to play football, but Man United have been all over the place. That's one thing we can say as well, to give him a bit of some leeway and say, look, man, there's so much has happened at this club that we have to be. We got a Michael Carrick. If this was another manager again that doesn't know the club, that has not got no real connections with the club, I think he would have left. I think he would have still been, but he's been putting out his team and saying, I'd only play for Man United as a Premier League side. I wouldn't want to go anywhere else.
And that coupled with the absolute lack of suitors around Europe because of his wages and just that. Like, no disrespect to Fenerbahce.
Someone will take him on loan, though. Someone will take him on loan. But he doesn't. It sounds like he wants.
Hold on, that's me. Sorry.
He seems that he wants to be with Carrick. I can hear you.
I can't hear you. My FaceTime.
That's crazy. StreamYard's doing a mad thing.
Let me refresh.
Yeah. While he's refreshing, you lot, and I know some people are not gonna be happy to hear what I'm saying right now.
If I refresh, it's not gonna
You'll be gone. You'll be gone. No, it's still. No, it's gonna be recording.
Do yes or no. If I refresh, will it stop the recording?
No,
It won't. All right, cool. All
no.
right, cool.
So while he's refreshing, I'll see. While he's refreshing, I'll say this. Look, I think Rashford will bring a lot to Man United. I do. I'm excited about him coming back. I think it should work, and if it doesn't, he'll be dropped. Simple as that. I think we've got some good players. I think the standard is higher, so people can't just expect to start. Can you hear
I
me?
just took them off because we're at the end of the show
Can
now.
you hear
I
me?
took them off because yeah. Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
I just closed it saying I think the standard will be higher. He'll understand his place, and I think he'll want to Carrick the same way Carrick revitalized Kobe. I think he can do that for Rashford as well.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We got to lean on the air of optimism. A lot of people won't want to see it. It'll be interesting to see how much he has to battle to get past the others. Whether that's Cunha on the left who's doing the job, Rashford, you're going to be a squad player here as well because Cunha's doing the business, or vice versa. Or Benjamin, we're going to try Rashford up there again. Our experience of seeing Rashford up front, let's be honest, we were like, he needs to be playing on the left, bro. He's not a striker. Certain games you can, high line in transition, like how Mbumo is, but it's the same thing when we see Mbumo play there. It's like, it's quick and that, but it's not.
They'll
Where's our
alternate though. There'll
striker?
be some
I think there's
they'll
going to be a lot
alternate.
of
Him
that.
and Cunha
There's
will
going to
be
be a lot of that.
fluid.
Oh, you're bugging out now as well. Are you still there?
Really?
Okay. Yeah, I think we just
End it.
listen to the
End it.
signs. We listen to the signs. Bro, first one back in ages. Big up, man. Wicked to chop it up. Guys, let us know what you lot are saying, man. How you feeling? Do you share the same sentiments? Do you share the same concerns? Do you share the same positivity? And excitement. Basically, what KG was saying
They're
from
gonna
from
rinse
from
me. They're
Rashford.
gonna rinse me. They're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
rinse me
100%.
about it.
Listen,
They're
I done
gonna
a
rinse me.
poll this morning on the channel. Like 70% was like, no, see you later, mate.
I know. I
Don't
know it's
care.
unpopular, but I don't
It
care.
is unpopular. It is. And now we're in the realm of like, it doesn't matter. Let's just see. Like even Romano was at the time of recording this. He done a thing. Rashford can come back and rare, and it's happy. This, that, and the other. So it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Also, there's some news on Xerxes as well, potentially opening the doors to a Juventus exit. So, yeah, we're going to look at that. And what does that mean? Is Rashford the backup striker as well? There you go. He replace him with him. Who knows? We will wait and see, man. Guys, we're out of here, man. Big up to yourselves. KG, great to hear from you. Great to see you. We're back on the screens, bro.
Yeah.
And more blessings. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
More strength. All right, guys, we are out of here. Take care. Peace.